Thanks, Ron. For these teams, the inaugural Steve Vertin Classic was more than just another regular season game. In fact, it was a day to come together to honor a coach who left a greater impact than basketball on his community.
With every basket, and every whistle, and every feint, Steve Vertin's legacy lives on.
There's not many people like a Steve Vertin, and the coaching profession, when he went, it went down a lot.
Steve Vertin died on May 10, 2017, after a battle with multiple myeloma.
I was fortunate, to be honest with you, to see him the last week before he passed away on a Sunday afternoon. I can remember I went over and wasn't doing very good, but that didn't bother Steve. He still wanted to talk about everything else.
Vertin was known among his peers as a man who wanted the best out of his players on the court, but was right there for them away from it.
Playing for Coach Vertin was one of the greatest honors of my life. At the time I tell people, I was a young, dumb high school kid, and him and I butted heads, and you didn't really understand what he was trying to teach you. But once you got older and really matured, you truly grasped those life lessons that he was teaching you.
Vertin had more than 45 years of coaching under his belt, including a stint in his hometown of Wathena, Kansas, 3 different schools in Nebraska, coming to Bishop LeBlond in 1999, then spending time at Savannah as an assistant under Nick Kimmerling, who nominated Vertin for his spot in the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and also helped create the concept of the Steve Vertin Classic.
What he had said was him and a bunch of coaching buddies over the summer were hanging out at a coaching convention, and they talked about it, and they thought this would be something good.
It was decided the tournament should be held at the place where Vertin accumulated 198 victories, led his team to 3 district titles, and a Class 2A Show Me Showdown in 2002, Bishop LeBlond.
It was the easy part for us to be involved with it. It was easy just because of everything he did for me as a young coach and everything he's done for our players in the past.
Don Hoag's Fall City Tigers took part in the tournament today, and it stems from Vertin being a mentor and a father figure to Hoag throughout his coaching career, including making a special trip up to the Nebraska school back in 2014.
We were up and going to be facing a tenacious 1-3-1 defense. And I called him, well, honestly, he called me after we won the sub-district final on a Thursday night coming home on the bus. And he said, Coach, if you need anything, just ask. And that Saturday morning, he came up to Fall City and spent 2.5 hours with our kids.
Other coaches across the area share similar stories, like Mid-Buchanan's Bryce Kemper, when he was getting his start several years ago at King City and was looking for that shutdown defense, one like Vertin's vaunted 1-3-1.
Got his phone number, called him up and said, hey, would it be possible if you could kind of go over with me how you run your 1-3-1? Because obviously I knew he ran it pretty good. And we talked forever. He said, now you can't ever run it against me. And I said, oh, bet. Oh, that's fine.
Vertin was an intense figure on the court,
Stack it up and get it,
but thoughtful and caring away from it. And that is why, for the Steve Vertin Classic, LeBlond had anybody who wanted to write messages remembering the Hall of Fame coach.
The things that just come up over and over his memory, the fact that he knew everyone, and that he made everyone feel special.
For almost 5 decades, Vertin coached, mentored, and led hundreds of young basketball players and coaches. And hopefully for years to come, the Steve Vertin Classic will serve as a reminder to his gratitude.
That's his legacy as far as I'm concerned. Not only a great coach, not only a good man, a great friend.
All proceeds from today's gate will be donated to the Vertin family on behalf of their charity or foundation in support of muscular dystrophy. Ron, back to you.